Okay. Let me just quickly change the perspective to 35 because this is the pretty good perspective that I would use. And the mat cap to basic material. Yeah. Hi everyone. Welcome to my to our channel, Mat Bread Check. Today we will be continuing on our anatomy lessons where we will be sculpting torso today, male torso. Uh, actually, torso is really important. Um, because when you first see any character out there, that any sculptor, digital artist, or any other person, torso is the most striking part of the body because you know it shows all the manly features in a person, and uh, I think it's kind of important. So when sculpting a torso, the first thing you need to keep in mind is the rib cage. Generally, the rib cage is shaped like an oval, and it will be somewhat like this. Uh, First, you need to get a hold of this shape first, and then you should try and go further. This ribcage shape is really important because this is the base for us in completing our whole character. And yeah, there goes our ribcage. And uh, next, as far as the bottom part, that is the belly and the other goes, we'll just be extruding this part, just masking out this, and pulling it down. Yeah, that's just it. And we just need to adjust it. Just keep in mind, sculpting means you continuously keep on adjusting something which you have done before, and you does not need to get it right in the first time, but you will with enough practice. And yeah, let's just keep on checking our side view here, and I think it's a bit further. And mm, there we go. Here we just got the basic shape. Let me just put a neck quickly here so that it doesn't look weird. And yeah, there goes our neck. Let me just pull it back and forth so that it could increase its size a bit. And I'm just redynamizing it. Let's just pull a little bit of arms so that we could give some character to it. And I'll be using this. And yeah, that's good for now. There you go, you just got yourself a basic torso. Now, when talking about male torso, we should really keep in the mind that the shoulders in the male torso are further away than in female, because in female we can see the shoulders would be like this, whereas in the male they will stretch further. And 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 this part here, in males it will be a little bit closer, but in females it will grow. uh, you can see the popular models, they will we can see clearly that this hip part is pretty big, pretty wide. So let me just refine this a little bit. And the first and the most important thing that you should keep in the mind is clavicle, which is present over here and goes around and get placed on this shoulder. You should really be careful when placing this clavicle, because it will go back, and here it will be connected with the shoulder blade. this is this is the shoulder blade, and yeah, here we will be having sternum, and here our rib cage will be continued from, and yeah, this is our pectorals. This is our pectoralis muscles. Just recap: clavicle, pectorals muscles, rib cage, shoulder blade, I mean scapula, and here you'll have trapezius muscles. This is a muscle, complete muscle, that will be going up until here. Here we will be having latissimus muscles, latissimus dorsi, uh, and here you will be having the bulk of the latissimus muscles, and the remaining is a really thin muscle. Actually, your latissimus muscles will be going all the way down here, but on top of it we will have a bone here, bone structure. uh, it will be shaping like this, and here we will be having iliac spine, and this is the pubic bone, and in conjunction to that, here we will have our navel, and this will be our neck muscle. Don't worry if this is all confusing, but you'll get the hang of it once you keep doing every time. Just for the case, let me just put some deltoid here. I'll be going deeply into that in coming up videos, but for now let's just think about torso. And this is the armpit, and here we have serratus anterior muscles, and which will be connected to the our oblique muscles. which will be covering the front portion of of the torso. These are our abs, and this is a rather big one. Here I just carved it out so that I could place some placements. I could look at some placement and all. That's all. It's no big deal. And gesture. The gesture is really important. And always remember, the bulk of the pectoralis muscles will be present in this part and not above. This part will be going down and this will be raised up. If you see the big bodybuilders, their bulk will be presented here. And yeah, always keep in the mind, you should get curves in the body. They should not be straight lines. And yeah, about the iliac, we have some. And let me just close this really quick. Those are all the important muscles that we need to get our torso done. And let me push these neck muscles a little bit further, sorry, a little bit backward. I really like using clay builder brush for putting out the muscles and all. It's really a great brush. And once again, trapezius, scapula, latissimus dorsi. This is one of the muscle. Uh, you could actually say this is the continuation of latissimus dorsi. Don't let it bother you that much. And here we will have our buttocks. You could say gluteus muscles, gluteus medius and gluteus maximus, and we'll talk about them when we get into the legs part. But first, let's just continue with our torso. And I think this will be a good time to increase or crank up the resolution a bit. And Dynamesh 64. I think this is pretty good. I'm just putting building up the muscle and clearing up the muscle. That's all. It will give me a nice shape. And these abs are really important. You should make it come right. Should do it right. And generally we'd have about 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 here, so total 8. And for some more who do exercises, this will be divided into two. Let's just divide this. And yeah, that's pretty good. And for most for the big bodybuilders, as I told you before, serratus anterior, here we would be able to see only the 4 fingers here, which would be shaped like this. And here those will be connected with our abdominal and our ribs that are present over here, and those are pretty much forward. Let me push it a little bit back, and it's pretty much it. Okay, if, and just try to go forward and backward with your sculpt so that you could identify some mistakes which you can't identify when you are sculpting them. Just try to look at your sculpt from different directions so that you could get some different ideas with it. And this is thyroid muscle, I guess, thyroid bone or muscle, so whatever it is, you could find it below your on your neck here. There will be a bone structure that will be popping out, and from here we will be starting our legs. You could just put it or leave it like that for now. And little bit in, and let me just quickly put this buttocks muscles over here for my convenience. And as I can see, this is out of shape a little, and we need to push this back, this one down and in a bit. Always remember gesture is really important here. When you will be having a curve here, and here you will have the plane change where it will be straight up ahead, and here you will be have a down plane change, and again you will have a curve here. Just remember that, it is really important. And that pretty much gives a torso here. You could just turn off the symmetry over here and change these a little bit so that it would look some more organic and stuff. And yeah, you you could just keep on doing like this, and at some point you could just add some nose. Let me show you really quick. Some people who do pretty good, no, some workout daily, they will be having muscles. You could, they'll be having nerves here. The nerves will be popping out in some places, which is pretty cool actually. And let me use some damn standard. I should have used it in the first place instead of standard. I'm just trying to make it a little more organic. I'm just cutting out the symmetry over here so that it would be like lifelike. And yeah, There we go. There we have a basic torso. You could just crank it up and add some more details here. And you could go on. You could just keep going until you see fit. So, see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye. Stay well.